folks, this is Tony Aguilar, and I'm about to do an unboxing of the items that I got as a trade-in from Noble Knight Games. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Noble Knight. They sell a lot of stuff online, and they also do a lot of trade-in stuff. So I traded in stuff that I've had for 20 years, maybe even longer, and decided to use the credit to buy some things that I am going to use instead of sitting on something that is going to be just never looked at. So this is the first trade I've done with them, and if they sent me what I ordered, it went pretty flawlessly. So let's see what we got inside here. We've got some packing materials. I'm probably going to do another trade with them, so this is probably just going to go back to them. I'm going to save this box. And the very first thing we've got is 1/72nd scale Plastic Soldier Company SU-76s. So these come 3 in a box here. We're going to do individual unboxings of these things as we build them. But this is the SU-76 self-propelled gun from Plastic Soldier Company. It is the red box, which of course means it's 1/72nd scale. So that's what I do. I'm old school, and it does come with 3 different vehicles in here. Okay, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of Plastic Soldier Company, and so much so that there's more Plastic Soldier Company. This is the German Panzer III Aust J, L, M, and N. And this also is 1/72nd scale, Plastic Soldier Company, 3 vehicles. You can build basically a J, an L, an M, or an N, or the Flammpanzer version out of these. And this one's actually pretty heavy. I will not be building L's because I have about 5 of them, 5 or 6. So from different manufacturers. I got 1 J, so these are probably going to be all M's or 2 M's and my least favorite one, the N. I'm not a fan of the Panzer III N, but sometimes they did manufacture them. I'm not a fan of it because it uses an old school gun. By the time it comes on, that gun has already been superseded by other stuff. There's already long 75s out there. But anyways, I digress. So we'll do the individual unboxing of this when the time comes for it. Otherwise, this video would be very, very long. Going on the Plastic Soldier Company thing, interestingly enough, this one doesn't weigh as much because there's only 2 vehicles in here, and this is the German Panther Aust A with Zimmerit. And you could make a couple different versions of it, and they come with a Zimmerit already on it, which is handy because if you have an Aust A, they're guaranteed to have Zimmerit on them. They came out at a time period that they were either applied in the field or they came right out of the factory. A few of them were in that transition period where they weren't coming out of the factory, but only for like a couple of months. Pretty much all of them had factory Zimmerit on them. These come 2 in here. And so do we have anything else this Plastic Soldier Company? We do. And these are the old school boxes. Okay. Now what they like to do is come with on sprues, just like in blisters, and they are in sprues in here as well. But I like the boxes better because you can, if you're not finished or something, there's something to put it away in. And for the Soviets, the GAZ trucks or the GAZ trucks, and you get 6 of them in there, and you can build them. Oh, look, this one even has the breakdown of what it is. You can build 3 AAs and 3 AAA trucks. So what does that mean? The AA trucks are, well, they don't have a picture of one of them here. They basically have 1 road wheel in the back, and the AAs have double road wheels in the back. So that's what it is. I believe you can make 3 of each. So my Soviets have no trucks. Well, now they do. And these are all licensed built, I believe, by Ford. So these are actually Ford trucks that are built in Soviet Russia. Truck builds you, you know. So looking forward to that. Okay, the rest of the stuff involves, I spoke too soon. Oh, I really spoke too soon. Oh, look at this quaint little thing. I mentioned in my live feed, this is basically things that I should already have these in my repertoire. I already should have all these things. And these are just things I decided to just go ahead and get while I had a credit. This is the 45 millimeter anti-tank gun set, which is not necessarily an accurate representation of what I would call it, because you could actually make 3 different guns. You can make 4 models in 3 different variants. And what you can do is you can either build the early 45 millimeter gun, which looks a lot like the Pak 36 German one. They're very hard to tell apart from each other. The later version, which is the longer barreled 45 millimeter gun, or the 76 millimeter model 1943 infantry gun. So this is not the one they had at the beginning of the war. This has a longer barrel on it. I don't exactly remember what caliber weapon it is, but you can build 4 of these, and they can all be of one kind if you want. I mean, you can make them all this kind, all this kind, all this kind, or any mix in between. So I don't know much about this, and I don't know that it's that useful, so I'm not guaranteed that I'm going to build this one. My gut instinct would be to build 3 of these and 1 of this one, but we will see. I'll read up more about this one. But if it's a model 1943, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be in a situation where my Soviets in 1943 and afterwards are going to be using a 76 millimeter infantry gun. I'm not saying they didn't have them, but it's mainly for the early war stuff that I'm more interested in. So, cool stuff. Kind of a small little container, but it's packed full of different options here. Painting guide and stuff on the back, as always. So, okay. Continuing on a Plastic Soldier Company. I don't have any of their anti-tank guns, so now we'll have even more, because here is a set of, and you can't read what it is here, but this is the Russian ZIS 2/3 gun. And again, this is 4 models. They have 4 crews also with them. And this one in particular, I thought it actually was, this is what they call the Crash Boom, which is the standard 76 millimeter anti-tank gun that the Soviets had throughout most of the war. It's one of the ones they created, like all of these, the packed fronts that they used in Kursk dug in. It's basically the same gun as the T-34 76 is in it. Of course, it's got a muzzle brake. There we go. And I thought this was the early war 76 millimeter gun. You know, the one that the Germans captured a bunch of, and they put them like on the Marder and stuff, because this is a very long caliber weapon. But actually, it is a 57 millimeter anti-tank gun. So that's kind of cool. I had no idea until after I ordered it. It's a 57 millimeter gun, which is a nasty weapon. It's a very long caliber 57 millimeter gun. Didn't feature really on any production tanks. They tried them on a couple of T-34s, I believe, but none of the production tanks had them. But it's a pretty nasty, long-barreled 57 millimeter gun. So you can build 4 of these in any variety. I'm thinking 3 of those, 1 of these, something like that. Anyways, we don't have to make those difficult decisions right now. Okay, the rest of the stuff, which there's 3 more things, are all by a company I don't know anything about. I've never gotten anything from them before, so this will be really interesting. And it is more similar things. This is from Zvezda, from Mother Russia, and it's the 76 millimeter infantry gun. This is the one that was early war. See how it's a very short caliber weapon, and it comes with crew as well. And here it is. There's the pieces. I believe this is a quick build thing, and it's geared for their Art of Tactic, which is their kind of their war game. So, you know, we won't be using the base or the little flag or anything for anything, but it's got a 2-man crew, and yeah, it looks like 23 parts. So I haven't built any Zvezda stuff. I've built other Russian stuff, and Russian stuff in the past I think has pretty good detail. It just kind of fits together a little sloppily. I'm sure I'll be able to do fine. It's not like it's my first rodeo. Sticking on the infantry gun front, we have the German 75 millimeter infantry gun. They used this one all throughout the war, and I believe it's a 12 caliber weapon. Same thing. It's got 2 crew members, and and the gun there itself. So these run about, I think normally like $6 or something like that. So it seems kind of expensive just for one gun. It made out of plastic, but hey, that's when sometimes when you have a credit somewhere, you buy things you normally wouldn't buy. And last but not least, even though it is the smallest thing, the Pak 36 German anti-tank gun, also known as the door knocker. When they tried to engage T-34s and it didn't do much good. So it also comes with 2 unpainted figures and a 37mm gun. I've got one by Eschi floating around somewhere, and I think it came with a crew, but the crew is really sloppy, so I'm sure this crew is probably better. But anyhow, this is what we got in for our trade. All 72nd scale stuff. Shouldn't be a surprise if you watch any of my current production, World War II stuff. That's what we're doing these days. And we will be building these in the near future. And, you know, see how they work out. I'm sure they will all work out fine, and I will like all of them. So, anyhow, pretty successful dealing with Noble Knight. Now, to give you an idea of time frame, the experience was good, but don't do this method if you're in a hurry to get stuff, because you know you got to send them an email saying, here's the stuff I want in trade. 3 or 4 days go by, and then you know they tell you how much they're going to give you for it in trade or cash. You're getting probably a third more in trade, so I'm like, I don't want to walk away from that money, so let's do that. And then you've got to, then they say, okay, then they agree on it. Then they got to send you some FedEx labels because they pay for the shipping. And then you got to find boxes. So I'm going to hold on to this box for sure because they want them of a certain size so they don't get nailed by FedEx for trying to ship stuff too. And you send it to them, and then it takes them about a week to get it and then to process it. So the whole process took about a month. So I will be doing this again with them. I'm just not going to do it on something that I need in a week. So, I got lots of stuff to work on, so it's not really it's not really an issue, timeliness. So, but anyhow, it was a good experience overall. All right, folks, if you like this kind of stuff, if you like unboxings, if you like World War II stuff, if you like 1/72nd scale stuff, if, don't forget to like and subscribe, especially subscribe. The more subscribers I have, the more you can get this out to other people. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. See you later, folks. Bye-bye.